the Bowman and the Baron. White and purple flowers dotted the rocky banks on either side of the rutted road. Off to the left, a stream rushed and tumbled. The mountain air was clear and fresh, with just a hint of wood smoke. Sarah and Jamie strolled along the winding road, which led downhill into a deep valley. Through the morning mist, they could just make out the rooftops of a distant village.
What a wonderful day.
It'd be a lot better if I had something to eat.
Oh, you're always hungry. Although, I have to admit, it seems like ages since we had a really good meal.
I'm not hungry, I'm starving.
Come on, stop grumbling and walk a bit faster. We'll be able to get something to eat in the village.
All right, great.
What a strange place. Everyone looks frightened.
Perhaps they've got something to be frightened about.
Look at that, in the middle of the marketplace.
A hat on top of a long pole.
Weird place to put a hat.
Well, like you said, this is a very strange place. Perhaps we should move on.
Hang on, let's see what the notice tacked to the pole says.
OK.
Citizens of Uri, following the heinous attack on the person of your beloved ruler, Baron Gessler, by the notorious outlaw Guillaume Tell, a reward of 10,000 ducats will be paid to anyone who delivers up the said outlaw to justice.
I could do with some money.
Shh, I'm reading!
Sorry.
It is further decreed that all good and faithful citizens shall show their allegiance to their ruler and to the Emperor of Austria by bowing before this hat.
They must be joking.
It's no joke, you Swiss whelp!
Get your hands off me!
Kneel before the Baron's steward!
Not likely!
Oh!
Come on, Sarah, run!
Guards! After them, you fools!
Oh no! A dead end! Nothing but market stalls! Now what do we do?
Psst! Quick in here! Get down under the stall!
Thanks!
The soldiers are coming!
You, fruit seller! Which way did those two rebels go?
Between the stalls and,
Up the hill. Ah, get out of the way!
Thanks, Johann. That was a close one.
Glad to help, Yemi. I don't like him any more than you do.
Let's hope my father will be back soon and run all those Austrian rogues out of town.
Jamie, coming this way. The man you kicked, the Baron's steward. You can still see the muddy mark on his leg.
He'll soon have them on the run. Knock the stuffing out of them.
Why doesn't Yemi shut up? Hasn't he seen the steward coming?
Perhaps the next time my father, Guillaume Tell, sees Baron Gessler, he'll aim a little lower than his hat.
You are under arrest!
Get off me!
What's all the noise? Arrest that boy! He's Guillaume Tell's son. He's just admitted it. You coming quietly or what?
No, just wait till my father hears about this.
Come on.
Who is it now?
Don't worry. It's only me, Johann the cheese seller. You can come out now. They've gone.
Good job too.
I'm Sarah, by the way. This is Jamie. Who were they?
Gessler's men. Ever since the Austrians took over, Gessler's been running things for the Emperor. His idea of justice is to have anyone who disagrees with him thrown in a dungeon, or worse.
Is that why they took Yemi away? Was it just because of what he said?
Partly. His father, Guillaume Tell, could never accept that Austrians should rule over us Swiss. A few weeks ago, when Baron Gessler and his thugs were parading through the marketplace, William knocked the hat off Gessler's head with an arrow.
Wasn't that a bit risky?
It certainly was. Ever since, Tell and his friends have been living as outlaws in the mountains. Yemi stayed behind to sell fruit on his stall to support the family. The Austrians didn't know who he was. Until now.
What'll happen to him?
Nothing good.
Well, Yemi helped us, so now we must help him.
That's easy to say, but you'll get nothing from the townspeople. Everyone's frightened of Gessler. The best thing you can do is find Guillaume Tell and let him know what's happened.
How do we find him?
Follow me, and I'll show you the way out of the village. Once you reach the mountains, Tell and his men will find you. Take the track that leads into the forest. Even if Gessler's men spot you, they'll be too scared of meeting Tell and his men to go after you. Good luck. Good luck.
Thanks, Johann. I'm not surprised Gessler's men don't fancy coming up here. It's only fit for mounting goats. Let's hope the path levels out a bit soon.
I managed to grab some food from the market. Have an apple.
Thanks. Some cheese would go well with it.
Funny you should say that. This forest sure is gloomy.
No sign of Tell and his merry men.
You mean Robin Hood? He was the one with the merry men. William Tell just had men. I think.
Shut up and listen.
I can't hear anything.
Exactly. Complete silence. Even the birds aren't singing anymore.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
What was that?
Stay where you are!
A man with a crossbow.
Hello. We're looking for William Tell.
So, Gessler's getting children to do his dirty work for him now.
We're not from Gessler.
He's after us too.
Johann the cheese seller sent us. We've come to warn you.
Yemi's in trouble.
I'm Tell. What's happened to my boy?
Well, it was like this.
I must return to Uri and rescue my boy. I'll have to go in disguise. How about a monk's habit? I can pull the hood down over my face and nobody will see me.
Sounds good, but you have to be quick.
And we're coming too. Someone stuck a new notice on that stupid pole with that stupid hat.
If the outlaw William Tell wishes to see his son alive again, let him present himself in the marketplace at midday tomorrow. Signed, Baron Gessler.
It's obviously some sort of trick.
I know, but I'll have to go. Yemi is my son. Still, there's no reason for me to walk blindly into a trap. Let's go and talk to Johann.
Thanks for the meal, Johann. I needed that.
Now go into the barn and you'll find some nice straw mattresses to sleep on. William and I will stay here a little while and discuss our strategy for tomorrow.
Let him talk. I've got a few ideas of my own. Johann, you look like you've been up all night.
I have. I went up the mountainside for a walk in the woods.
I thought I heard someone going out last night. I had trouble sleeping. Jamie kept me awake with his snoring.
I don't snore.
Not much.
Why don't you try selling some fruit at Yemi's stall? We're going to have to wait around until something happens anyway.
Great idea. I've always fancied having a go at that patter they use in the markets back home.
Buy our fresh fruit, sweet and juicy.
Perfect pairs, 2 for a ducat.
Plump, ripe plums, no teeth needed.
I think you've got the hang of it.
Come on, roll up. An apple a day keeps the Austrians away.
Now then. At last, something's happening.
It's that steward,
6 sweaty soldiers.
carrying the Baron in a huge chair.
Pompous fat ass. Thinks he's so important. Look at his costume, all that gold thread. It's dazzling everybody.
Bring the boy!
There's Yemi.
They've tied his hands behind his back.
This child has insulted the Emperor. He will be executed immediately unless his father, the outlaw William Tell, comes forward.
Oh, boy.
I'm here, Gessler. Let the boy go.
So, you are the man who dared to shoot at us. We should have you cut down where you stand, but we know how to be merciful, Tell. We will give you a chance to win your freedom. They tell us you're a great marksman with a bow. If you can show the same skill in shooting something from your son's head as you did in removing our hat, you and the boy will both go free.
Very well. I can't do it.
Surely if you've done it before, you can do it again.
Oh, I wish it were that easy. I shot at Gessler from quite close by. When I hit his hat, I was aiming for his stomach. If I can miss a target that big, how can I hope to hit anything at that distance? I'm going to kill Yemi, or miss him completely. Either way, we're both doomed.
I've got an idea. Let me have one of your arrows. When it's time to shoot, just fire into the air. We'll do the rest.
I just wish I could feel more confident.
Don't worry, just leave it to us. If it pleases you, sire,
Yes?
as young Tell sold fruit in the market, why not put this lovely big apple on his head?
By all means, little girl. It's good to see that some of the people of Uri know how to cooperate.
Yemi, keep really still.
I can't do anything else, can I? Not easy to move when you're tied to a post.
Right, that's the apple in place.
What are you up to? What's that piece of thread for? And why is Jamie hobbling about with an arrow down his leg?
Shh! Don't want everyone to know. You'll see soon enough. Trust me.
You fixed the thread all right?
Of course. Here comes William.
He looks terrified. His hands are shaking.
Brilliant! Straight up into the air, just like we said. I pulled the apple out with my thread. Quick, Jamie, stick the arrow in it while everyone's still dazzled by the sun.
There! Nobody will know the difference.
You see? Your hero is nothing but a coward. He couldn't bring himself to fire at his son's head. There's nothing we despise more than a coward. Seize him and string him up with his son for the crows to peck at.
No, wait! See, I've got the apple right here. William Tell has done what you asked.
It's a trick! Arrest them all!
I think you'll find you're outnumbered, Gessler.
Look out! Gessler's getting away!
He won't get very far on those fat legs of his. Besides, there are too many of us this time. After
Climbing into a cart.
He's not going to get away this time.
Fantastic shot, William. Right in the rump.
For once, I hit what I was aiming at.
I don't suppose you've ever had such a huge target. Anyone for an apple without an arrow in it?
The music in The Bowman and the Baron is taken from 3 overtures by Rossini. The William Tell overture begins with a gentle introduction played by a cello. Soon, the cello is playing another dreamy tune, accompanied by the rest of the strings. Then the whole orchestra comes in, with brass blaring and the strings playing quick, scurrying scales. An oboe and then a flute take it in turns to play a gentle tune, like birds singing. Suddenly, they're interrupted by a trumpet fanfare. The famous hunting tune begins with its rhythm that sounds like horses galloping. In the overture to the Barber of Seville, the first tune is played by the violins, with the other strings plucking an accompaniment. As the music gets louder, a piccolo plays high above the rest of the orchestra. Now it's the oboe's turn to take the tune. And then the horn takes the lead. By the end, the whole orchestra has joined in. Above the drum rolls and swirling strings, the piccolo can still be heard before the overture ends with one loud final chord. The overture to Semiramide begins with a rumbling drum roll and slow chords from the strings. The horns play the first main tune. Then it's the strings' turn to play a new, quicker melody. Yet another tune, a march, is played by the wind. Finally, the overture ends with 3 loud chords from the whole orchestra.